Good morning. It's March the 14th, Pi Day, and it's not spring yet, as I said in labeling this. We started with freezing rain this morning. I woke up about 5 o'clock. I could hear it raining. It'd be 5:30, and it's been snowing since then. So this will be a walk in the snow, and as you can see, it looks entirely like winter again. Doesn't look like spring at all again. And again, I will have to be a little careful here, especially because the snow has covered up any ice. On the other hand, the snow seems to be a bit crunchy on top of whatever rain we got, so it won't be a very exciting walk. I'm just walking to the soundstage where Saskatchewan is. I'm being interviewed for a feature on member publishers, of which of course I am because of Shadow Law Press. I'm also vice president of the organization at the moment, for what that's worth. I don't do anything as vice president. I suppose if the president couldn't be at a meeting, I would chair the meeting, but it hasn't happened yet. And I don't plan to be president, so I don't see it as a stepping stone to being president. Anywho, that's where I'm headed. Then I'll go on downtown and write. Okay, the question is, do I stretch it out a little bit, go by the lake? No, I'm running slow. I've been running over there. So just right there, College is what this would be. College Avenue. I had every intention of walking in a different part of town yesterday, but when, again, the sidewalks were not good. It was all residential, and crossing one of the, I was dropping stuff off, and some of the really minor side streets don't appear to have been cleared even once, certainly not recently, and so they have these ruts which are pure ice, so that was scary crossing. And anyway, I just decided, no, I wouldn't, so I didn't. However, a week from now, it starts to really warm up, and we'll see some serious melting. And of course, it will be actual spring, as opposed to the very late dregs of winter, which is what we've got going on right now. I was at the gym this morning, so between that and this, I haven't actually done any work. Well, working out at the gym is work if you use the definition of, the physics definition of work, but not if you're using the publisher definition of work. I'm making good progress on the novel I'm writing. Did a few hundred or 1,000 or 1,500 words yesterday. I don't know exactly. I didn't check. I'd like to be doing more like 3,000 words a day. Clearly I can't do that and do everything else, but even 1,500 a day isn't too bad. It'll probably pick up. I hope it'll pick up. I have a big desktop publishing job that I really have to knuckle down on next week. And things seem to lighten up a bit. Of course, we're going away, so I don't know. But part of that time I can work. Anyway, just muttering to myself. It's also a little colder. Getting colder tomorrow. I'm only wearing my leather jacket. It seems to be okay, but it is going, I think, down to about -18 tonight, and then only up to -11 tomorrow, so quite a bit colder. It was snowing much harder than this just a few minutes ago when I came home to get changed from the gym. So it's not quite as noticeable as it was. So I don't know. It is supposed to quit this afternoon, so maybe we're getting into the slowing down of the snow. Which is, from watching me walk, maybe not so bad. That's interesting, but being the one walking is not so bad. Oh, that wind. This is the tall building. It's a very windy corner, and you can't cross out on this side. You have to cross up here. Sometimes this is a very icy sidewalk, but it had completely melted off, so maybe it's not too bad. At least the wind is behind me now. Doing something here. Got scaffolding up the side of it. Bus looks like a tour bus of some sort, like a band touring kind of bus. There's another one. Is there a big show coming into town that I don't know about? Well, this light, which is really unfortunate because it's a long way for the next one. This side hasn't even gone green yet. Probably could have painted it because it doesn't have a light unless you press the button. I couldn't tell how long I was sitting here with my back to the wind, then we'll look down Albert Street. Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Some sort of orange sign down there. What it's for, if there's work trying to be done or if it's something else. Maybe some sort of poster for something that's happening. Probably something I disagree with. Because I disagree with just about everything going on in the world these days. Wascana Center sign over there. So I'm just going down to Saskatchewan Books. It's in the old, when I first got here, it was called the Education. Second stage. With offices for various creative organizations, Creative Saskatchewan, giving me money to publish books. So we got it's melting on College Avenue at least. It's not too slippery. I can tell there's ice under the snow, but the snow is kind of, as I said, kind of crunchy on top of it, so as long as I'm careful. Hopefully we'll survive this walk, because from here I walk, once I'm done here I won't live stream it, but I'm walking on downtown and then I'll be walking home, so. Yeah, walking next to the road. Street across College here, across the bridge. There's a light. It used to be a light. That's a fairly new light. Most of these roads had melted off pretty good, so this little bit of snow isn't doing too much. And once the sun comes out, this time of year, even if the temperature is a few degrees below freezing, the roads still melt because of solar energy. Regina Symphony Orchestra is located in it. Well, not the orchestra itself, but the offices are in there. They don't play there. They perform at Dark Hall up here on the right. They perform at their main concert space is, of course, the Connexus Arts Center, Center of the Arts. I think it's still called the Connexus Arts Center. And they also do a series at Government House. We mostly just go to the main one. Yeah, season tickets, they've been in the family for a very long time. My wife's grandfather was on the board back in the 50s. And in fact, he was also on the initial board to get the Center of the Arts built. We didn't stay on it to the end. There were financial difficulties, so for a long time, the Center of the Arts was the world's largest monkey bars. I didn't see it then. By the time I saw it, I think the first time I was in it was my parents brought me up for a concert. We went to see Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. Center of the Arts. I think that was the first time I was in there. Pre-teen, so it's actually a pretty new auditorium at the time. I didn't really took to that then, but thinking about it, it could only have been like 5 years old or something. Maybe less. It was pretty much brand new. Now, since then, I've performed on that stage, I've directed on that stage, I've had banquets, been to banquets on that stage. And for a long time, when our daughter was little, she got babysat by the same babysitter who babysat the maestro, Victor Salwa's kids. So we would take her in the stage door before the concert and drop her off in the green room, which is where they were, and then pick her up after the concert. So for her, it was literally like a second home in a way. Okay, looks like we'll cross on the other side here. And she's performed on that stage too with Edward Class, and we performed together when Edward Class Young People's Theatre celebrated its 20th anniversary. They staged a really good production of Titanic. Some of the lead roles were by alumni who were Broadway performers by that point. I played, I can't remember his first name, but anyway, he was Strauss, was that his last name? Oh, can't believe I've forgotten his name. Anyway, it was a great production, and Alice was in it too as one of the passengers. I went down with the ship. My wife, was played by Shanna Marie Tice, went down with the ship too because she stayed with me and gave her fur coat to her servant. Told her to get on the life raft. That's a true story, obviously. These are real people. Isidore. Is that his name? Isidore Strauss? Anyway, that was a great production. I was just really happy to be in that, and happy to, one of the few times I've gone to perform with Alice. Last time was the Lyric Singers around Christmas time. She went off to, last spring, I guess. Before she went off to London, England, we did The King, Queen, and Prince, which is the music of Elvis, Queen, obviously, and Prince. So that was fun. Oh, wait a minute. She wasn't in that one. That's why I'm confused. That was the Christmas one. It was Christmas before that, or spring before that. She was in the previous concert, which featured the music of Burt Bacharach and somebody else. They all blur together over the years. There's Dark Hall, where we also both performed most recently in Beauty and the Beast, coming up about a year ago. There's the building. To 1912. It was Regina College then it was University of Saskatchewan Regina campus, and then it was University of Regina. It still belongs to the University of Regina. The Conservatory of Dance and Music is in there. Yes, that's right, College Avenue. I was going to stretch it out a bit and walk down by the lake, but I ran out of time. Anyway, it's always nice to see these buildings. Show them off as I do this walk. Once upon a time, Central Collegiate was over on that block, probably the oldest high school in Regina, but it was being torn down when I moved up here, and then they built condos, and well, about 9 years after I moved up here, I was living in a condo over there, so certainly didn't know that was going to happen when I first got to Regina. Didn't know I'd be married then either, but I was. So there you go. University of Regina. This one was built first. And it was really a nice addition to the streetscape, so they were well done. That's why we bought them. We thought the developer was doing a really good job with the ones he'd already built in other parts. You can see the new addition on the end there that has an elevator in it. Before they did the major renovations, there was no elevator, so definitely inaccessible for anybody with mobility issues getting up to the top floor. Alice started her dancing in that building at the age of 3. We used to walk over from the condo over here, take her over there for her dance lesson. Good times. 20 years ago now, though. And that started something, because here she is now in London getting a Master's of Dance Science at Trinity Laban. And then she'll be back in Canada for 2 more years to get her master's so that she can be a physiotherapist. Hopefully working specifically with dancers. That's kind of her goal. She'll be working on a research project now for her master's. Focused on tap. I read the research proposal. It should be very interesting. Okay, this is what used to be called the University Building. So this box is up that top floor where we're looking at right there, I think. It's their windows. Greater Saskatchewan is up there too. The soundstage itself is behind this part of the building, and this is, although it looks old, they gutted it, so it's only the exterior that's old. The inside is all brand new, except for the tower that we'll be going in. Well, I'll be going in because I'm going to quit when I get there. They do. I'm not too late. I told her I'd be a few minutes late. I'm supposed to be here at 11 and it's like 3 after, so. But it would have been quite late if I had followed my original idea and gone by the lake. There's the tower, which I like, of course, because it looks like a castle, and I'm a medieval fantasy guy, so. I'll climb the steps, turn around, and call it quits, live streaming wise. You can see the wind blowing the snow around there. You can see it's like a geology looking back through the layers of past snowfalls. Okay, I will stop here, so thanks for walking with me, and